Howdy folks, Johnny Hiland here in my studio in Chatham, Virginia, bringing you a video today on something really cool and uber special. You see, years ago, Brother Dave Sestito of DLS Effects released a pedal called the Reckless Driver. And yes, it's a dual overdrive and it's really cool. A lot of people have bought it over the years and it's been available on DLSeffects.com. But here in 2024, Brother Dave has actually done some major upgrades to this pedal, and now we have the brand spanking new RD2, the Reckless Driver 2. Now folks, today we're going to put this thing through the paces with single coils and with humbuckers, so y'all better hold on to your hats because I'm going to get this bad boy on my board and we're going to have some fun with it. Okay folks, to get started, you can see I have the RD2 on my Earthboard EB2 right next to my Soma 63 preamp pedal by Greer Amps and my favorite compressor, which is the Keeley Compressor Plus. We're going to use these two pedals here in a moment, and that's why they're there. But if we take a look at the brand new RD2, folks, we're going to see that the knobs and the switches are exactly the same as they were on the original Reckless Driver, meaning you have a normal channel and a boost channel. And you have to have the normal channel on in order for the boost channel to work. All right, just remember that. So now, if we move up here, you can see we have a gain and a volume for each channel. So these two on the bottom are for the normal channel, and the gain and volume up top here are for the boost channel. Then we have a bass and treble knob, which work with both channels, and an attack switch, and two little black knobs that work with both. The attack switch, if you have it to the left, it's warmer, tube-like sound, and if you go to the right, it gives you more of a pronounced sound with more treble on it. Now these little black knobs here, we do have one for the normal channel on the right and then the one for the boost channel on the left. That's important to know. Now, just to let you guys know, on my right side, I like to use this kind of more as a light overdrive or even more of a preamp kind of thing. So I have all of the volume or all of the clean tone rolled back in on this little black knob for the normal channel. But on the left side, I've got it all the way counterclockwise, which means there is no clean tone added back in, which means you're just getting the raw gain out of the boost channel. So you have your in and your out on the top of the pedal, and it is powered by 9-volt DC power. So the first thing I want to show you guys is that one of the biggest improvements for me as a chicken picker is that you can use the RD2 on the normal channel as a clean boost. So here is the clean tone of my amp with my Johnny Hiland JH6 Kiesel guitar, and it sounds like this. And here is the normal channel. Yeah! Now I'm going to go ahead and kick this compressor on and see if there's a big difference in the sound. So I'm going to shut this off, turn the compressor on, and here is my clean tone of my amp with the compressor. And now I'll kick in the normal channel with the compressor and we'll see what that sounds like. Man, I am loving that. Now I am using some reverb out of the J-Rocket Boing Spring Reverb pedal, and that's where you're hearing the reverb from. But yes, it makes a bigger difference if you add a compressor to the RD2. And you know, us chicken pickers have a compressor on all the time on our rigs, so that's why I'm showing you that a compressor works really well with it. So now let's go to the next thing we can do with this amazing pedal. We can actually make it sound like a preamp. And how do we do that? Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring the volume back a little bit to maybe like 2 o'clock. And I'm going to bring the gain up to about, let's try about 10 o'clock right now. And I'm going to shut the compressor off. And let's just hear the tone that we get out of this sound on the bridge pickup. Yeah, that sounds mighty good. But now what I want you to hear is the Soma 63 by itself. So by the sounds of that, if I turn the gain up just a tiny bit more on the RD2, it sounds pretty doggone close. Oh man, that's pretty killer. And you know folks, it's amazing that you can actually use an overdrive to really get close to the sound of a preamp pedal. Now I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't love the Soma 63 because it's one of my favorite desert island pedals of all time. But now what I want to do is just test it with the compressor on, because that's how I use it on my pedal board all the time. And it'll also show you guys what a preamp pedal sounds like with a compressor, and then what you can do with the RD2 on the normal side. Here is the Soma 63 and the Keeley Compressor Plus. Now, let's see if we can get close to that same sound out of the normal channel of the RD2. Now folks, I'll be honest with you, that is pretty doggone close. So, thus far we actually have a clean boost and a preamp sound if we had a pedal board where we didn't have enough room to add the preamp pedal of our choice. You could get by on a gig by actually using the RD2 as a preamp on the normal channel side. So there are two features that are different and unique to the RD2 that the original Reckless Driver just didn't have. Alright folks, now that we've checked out the clean boost and the preamp side, now let's just go on ahead and check and see what this gain knob will offer us. Because it is a big difference in the RD2. So nothing else on, just wanted you guys to see that. And I'm just going to play the D and G string and just turn it up and let you hear the difference in the gain. Now let's go ahead and kick the compressor on with it and hear how that sounds. Yeah, that feels amazing right there, guys. Let's go ahead and add the boost side now. And as we do that, folks, what I want you to realize is the volume knob of the boost side does not respond where you can turn it all the way off and bring as much volume in as you want. It's kind of based on where your volume is set here on the normal channel. And then this just takes it from there and boosts it even further. So right now I've got the gain all the way, but let's not go there. Let's just bring the gain to about 3 o'clock. And I'm going to keep the volume at about 3 o'clock too, just so that it's up there pretty good. So we'll add the boost side in and take the compressor off, and we'll go ahead and take a listen to what it does to the sound. that is pretty sweet. As you guys could see, I had to roll the volume down just a little bit because I was redlining out on my Focusrite over here. But let's go ahead and turn the volume down a little bit more and crank the gain all the way and see how far the left side will give us for dirt. And I think I'm going to try the neck pickup this time on the JH6. Well, now I'd say it's time for me to get out some humbuckers, and I'm going to grab a Kiesel A2 with some beryllium humbuckers that Kiesel makes, and just give you guys a few different sound samples of what this amazing pedal will do with humbuckers. But I'm not going to get into much more detail about it because really the pedal speaks for itself, guys. It's just going to get a little fatter with humbuckers for sure. Well, there you have it, folks, our very first look at the brand new RD2 from DLS Effects. Now, the last question is, how do y'all get your hands on one? Well, all you have to do is go to dlseffects.com, tell Brother Dave that Johnny Hiland sent you, and I know he'll take great care of you. I'm telling you, he's great people. And make sure you like and share this video and follow DLS Effects and me on all of our social media and YouTube platforms. You can actually catch me on Instagram and on Johnny Hiland Official on Facebook. But you know, folks, I couldn't be the artist I am today without your support, and I mean that. So I love y'all very much. I really, truly do. Happy picking to each and every one of you. God bless you, and make sure you get an RD2 today. You've heard how bad to the bone this pedal is, so now you need to get you one, you hear? God bless y'all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.